I am sitting here with Harry O'Brien, new member to the Commodores this year. Harry, welcome to Erie, Pennsylvania.
Thank you. Yeah.
My first question is, how does an English guy, you're from England, right? What part of England?
Manchester.
Manchester. How does an English guy have an Irish name?
Family's from Ireland, I guess.
Yeah, that's it. What part? Anything like that?
A little bit, but I mean, it goes a bit back now, so.
Yeah.
Ones,
Been to Ireland?
Yeah. I went to watch the Milk Cup.
Oh, yeah. Did you play in that?
No, my brother played in it for Everton.
Right, okay. Your grandfather
Mhm.
played for Everton.
Yeah.
Youngest guy ever to play for Everton. Tell us a little bit about him.
Yeah, so my granddad, Mick Gannon, he's my mum's father. So he signed his first professional contract when he left high school in England, obviously at 16, and then he had a few games there. I think 3 games he played, and then he obviously got sold to Scunthorpe for about £5,500. And then did quite a lot there, and then I went to Crewe, and then after that I went down to like non-leagues, Altrincham, and then obviously back in them days you're not making millions when you're playing football, even at one of the highest levels. So he was a joiner by trade as well, and then obviously he had a good life doing that until his 60s when he retired, and then he focused on his garden for the rest of it.
So he played for Everton,
Yeah.
and then played for all the other teams that you just mentioned, and he still was a joiner, carpenter, during all that time as well.
Yeah. So he made his debut when he was 15.
Right.
For the first team, back on the end of the season. It's funny because he used to always say that how he's played for the first team, and my dad would always mention how he was a mistake for the goal. And
Right.
So it was
but we
funny.
always think of Everton, and you think of Wayne Rooney played for Everton when he was 15,
Yeah,
right? So your dad was a couple of months younger.
My granddad.
Oh, your granddad. Sorry, yeah.
My granddad's a couple of months earlier.
Yeah.
So,
What kind of a player was he?
he was like a fullback.
Yeah.
He used to say he was the best player on the pitch.
Right.
I don't know if I believe that.
Well,
or not.
you're supposed to believe that when you're a professional, right?
But I don't think we did. But yeah, no, he's definitely probably the best one, football-wise, in our family. So yeah, I mean, he was good enough.
You take any similarities? Did you learn anything? Did he take you to games when you were a young buck? Or?
It was hard because obviously they lived in Merseyside in Birkenhead, over the water. Honestly, I moved to Manchester. I always lived in Manchester. My parents moved to Manchester. So, I didn't really see him. They didn't really watch a lot of games, but, when he could, he did. And, so I wasn't an Everton fan, though, so my dad would never let him take me to an Everton game unless we were playing against Liverpool.
Just in case he converted you. So your grandfather played for Everton, you're from Manchester, and you're a Liverpool fan.
Yeah.
All right, so you better explain that to the people that are looking real quick.
If I was saying my mum and dad, my dad's from Bootle in Liverpool, and obviously his whole family are diehard Liverpool fans, and you try to get your dad to support a team instead of the one he supports. So growing up in Manchester was obviously difficult when it came to game day of Liverpool against the Manchester teams and whatnot. But you just got to battle through it sometimes. And I'd rather get stick off of mates than my dad. So
yeah, fair enough. But obviously Liverpool had a fantastic year this year. You didn't see that coming at the start of the season, I'm assuming.
No, obviously when Jurgen Klopp left, he obviously left a massive hole. But obviously the board and whatnot have done really well at Arne Slot.
Yeah.
Obviously, I mean, look at it now, we're league champions.
And Jurgen Klopp is just doing, commercials for
Yeah,
Trivago. He's killing it. Absolutely good for him. So tell us, how many years have you been in the States now?
So I've been here 4 years now.
Okay.
Technically, yeah. I came out here in just after COVID, when obviously the COVID ended and people were allowed to travel. I came out there. I went to a junior college, so a 2-year college in St. Louis in Missouri. And then I was from there, transferred to the University of Wisconsin in Milwaukee, which obviously didn't work out, and then ended up in South Carolina at Converse, where I love there now. And then I've got 2 more years left.
Oh, you have?
Luckily, yeah.
Okay.
There's a red shirt and a medical red shirt.
And then a COVID year on top of that, or are they gone at this, which is a medical red shirt?
Yeah.
Okay, very good. So how have you seen soccer progress? I mean, what was your impression of it when you arrived, and what's your impression of it today?
I think a lot of people have the impression of soccer in America is easy and anyone can make it pro, where the reality is it's not as easy as everyone thinks, especially back home. When I got out here, I could tell straight away the competition between teams, obviously between your own players as well. I also think the good mix of internationals is really good as well, because it brings different kind of playing styles and whatnot. So I feel like when I first got out here, I was kind of shocked because I expected it to be kind of low standard and whatnot. But then obviously eventually I realised straight away that it was quite a high standard, and I look back now and think that my JUCO team, my second year, would beat the team I played for in England.
Right.
So it's good to see that it's also growing as well, I think.
What do you see the big differences? Is the big difference ability? Is the big difference athleticism? What is it? What makes it so different from, say, England or even European leagues to America? Like, what is the big differences?
Yeah, I think the athleticism is obviously a massive thing. You know, you see a lot of big American lads who can run for days.
Yeah.
You know, and sometimes you play against teams where every single one of them is 6'1", fast, strong, can run for 90 minutes straight.
Yeah.
I feel like in England or European in general, it's more, sometimes you focus on more technically, more tactically, and then over here it's more, you know, who can run the most, who can run the hardest,
Yeah.
and then obviously sometimes you need that.
Yeah.
So I feel like, especially at college level and to be fair, the NPSL as well, where you have a good mix of, you know, lads who can run hard and work hard, and lads who can play and keep getting the ball, make the ball move. I think it's a really good mix. So I think, you know, it's really good. I like it.
And again, it's a blend. I mean, it's every team at every level. I mean, coaching staff's got to get the blend right, and that's always important. And we feel, you know, this summer that it's a good blend at Commodores, and we're looking forward to that. It's a big year in American soccer, right? We have the 2026 World Cup is going to be here. Who do you fancy for that?
England, always.
Right.
Come on, England.
It's coming home.
It's always coming home.
It has been since 1966. Do you feel like you're better? Do you feel like, obviously, you got a new manager now in Thomas Tuchel? You feel like he's the man for the job?
Yeah, I think he's won stuff, which
Yeah.
is obviously a good start. I think in the past we've just been a bit naive with not putting players on who we should put on. I think we're a bit scared sometimes in the managing sense. But also it's kind of, you know, sometimes we expect to lose. But I think seeing the players come up now, you know, you see some of the players like Cole Palmer, and obviously you got the experience of Harry Kane and kind of them players as well, is you've got a good mix of young lads coming through and the lads who have been there and done it and felt the heartbreak. But I think, in my opinion, we played too scared in the finals that we lost. And, you know, I think this year could be our year, but, you know, you never know.
Yeah, and it's hard. I think, you know, in England, the press and the public are so unforgiving.
Yeah, so hard.
I think it's difficult for the manager, and no matter, you know, we all know the prelim games in the World Cup are just to get you to the next round, and in the first 5 minutes of the first game, you're judged on every single thing everybody does. So you heard it from Harry first. You know, it's going home.
It's coming home.
It's coming home,
And
going home
if it doesn't,
next summer. And then if England don't win it, what do you think?
France look good. France are always
Yeah.
good. Spain, I wouldn't look past Spain now. I think they've got a lot of young players who are unbelievable. So it'd be a good World Cup. It'd be interesting to see how it works in America with the distances and whatnot.
Huge. I mean, you know, you got Canada, you got America, you got Mexico. The distances are massive.
So it'd be
I think when it comes to soccer, America's strength is America's weakness, because the place is just so big.
Yeah.
It's hard even for, you know, any games, even at our level, it's hard for away fans to go to games because the travel is significant, isn't it? So there you go. So you heard it from Harry. We appreciate you being here. Thanks for coming and playing for the Commodores this summer, and we look forward to seeing you guys at some games. Check out eriecommodores.com for ticketing, game schedule, and we look forward to seeing you up at Mercyhurst for a game this summer.